today between Attorney Basil Williams and myself. We have agreed that Mr. Williams will now cross-examine the witness, and only if I consider it absolutely necessary, either today or sometime in the future, will I exercise any right to resume. I assume, Mr. Williams, I correctly reported on our agreement.
Yes,
Just another illustration of the qualifications that exist. The council and the commission are examining acted from time to time. Thank you, sir.
every please with you, Mr. Chairman Commissioners, Mr. Woodsey, I would like to refer you to the notes in when you give your evidence, pages 44 and 45, I think I might have been on the 10th of June, 2014. And 44, you said, in the very first paragraph, the next step of the Security Committee was the question of arms. What role arms should play in the equation?
Sorry, that's 44?
44. The first paragraph may begin with the next step.
Thank you so much.
Right. We felt that they would have to acquire some amount of arms for self-defense purposes and put steps to do that.
And just the last, the self-defense purpose is something I just said was.
But it said self-defense purposes.
Yeah.
You don't have a copy before you?
Yeah, so everybody listens to like that.
What is the any disadvantage there? It may be why you start line 4.
Alright? Now, to follow that up, I want to address your mind to page 45, the very first paragraph. You see that without the glasses? Well, I would like you to read the record.
No, I didn't do the person. You didn't know. No, I didn't do it.
I would like you to read the record.
No, I didn't do the record. You did the record. I think you
As instructed, as instructed.
You see, you did every day. I am market man.
As instructed. You know I told you how you got it. Now,
And I trust you. I trust you. Honesty.
now, let me read to you. We looked at Suriname, and the Surinamis had a coup not too long ago. They had a coup. They had problems in Holland, the Netherlands, and Americans, anti-Americans. And our judgment was that even if you tried to bring anything to Suriname, and the Suriname people accept it, they would likely cause waste before another and hand you over, so we would have Suriname.
Yeah, I think that's a fair and accurate reflection of what they said.
You saying here that you could get arms to Suriname for that reason.
I'm not saying, it's a hypothetical example of it. I was doing some hypotheticals. Okay, I call it discussion.
Alright, you don't have to,
But
but
that's trying to make sure we understand.
what I want to point you to now is the work of Dr. Rupert was running at the hands of power. I referred to that yesterday, Commissioners. And on page 2, I would like to direct your attention.
So, Mr. Williams, what did you hear you say? That it was a hypothetical example, and that is how the discussion went, or that is not how the discussion went? I didn't understand it.
Would you like to repeat for the Commissioner?
Just repeat what you said. You don't have to expand on it. What did you say? What did you say?
I said, the way he put it, that we couldn't get arms to Suriname. I thought we were tempted to get arms to Suriname. And then when I present the Suriname example, it's a hypothetical situation, because this is how we start. Look at various possible options, just hypothetically, and to see the merits and dismerits.
So you had these discussions about getting arms to Suriname.
Yes.
These discussions took place.
Yes.
I just want to know.
Yes, thank you, Madam Commissioner.
That was hypothetical or just illustrative of the type of practical difficulties that we might have encountered if we tried to get arms to enhance, for example.
I actually thought that was a discussion. He said it was there, they can't go at 9:08. So,
No, but he said it was hypothetical, I thought it was more illustrative.
yes.
I'm sorry, I don't
You have to keep your mouth closer to the mic. What do you mean by, let me just clarify, to be clear to you, what do you mean when you say hypothetical? Tell me.
You see the proposition, okay, and then you try to analyze the proposition. Like I say, could I jump over the moon? And then analyze whether we could actually jump over the moon.
So this hypothetical proposition was actually discussed in the cell at the
In the
level. Thank you.
Some part on page 44, in your answer, you start by saying, we say, okay, hypothetical. And you went on.
Yes. I'm not going to question hypothetical, I'm going on the evidence that's on the record, and that's why I pointed you to it. Now, I wish I already addressed the Commissioner's attention to Dr. Rupert work about running an answer. For case 2, we midway on that column, beginning with on the issue of contact. On the issue of contact with the Surinamese revolutionaries. If I could continue. It is by now a well-known fact that not only did they provide safe passage towards on this clandestine trip to and from the independence celebrations in Zimbabwe, but that 2 of their military leaders, Charles Mishnals and Rajasingh Dal, were among those at the forefront of the demonstrations in Georgetown to mark the first anniversary of the assassination. The close relationship of the WP and the Surinamese revolutionaries was established in the early days of the Sergeant's Revolt and was to continue and deepen until the bloodletting of August 1980. Do you understand from that, the WPA and the revolutionaries of Suriname had an engagement, relationship?
We have some evidence that the report provided, you can see it's very clear to see so.
And that relationship in the area, that is among other things, covered a route from Guyana to Suriname, out to other countries, and vice versa, coming back.
Yeah, the backtrack is well established. I don't know no special backtrack from this year before I born you. Yeah, used to do the backtrack to get to Suriname. But, you know.
And on page 65 is that in the sky is wide on it. Also, begins on 64, sorry, now footnotes.
You were quoting from the book still?
Well, it's still the book. The one was the booklet I just used, and then the book itself, usually, pages 64 and 65, of the sky's violent noise. I refer that to you. Now, it is true to say that since this relationship had secured exit and re-entry from Guyana to Suriname, there could not have been any problems bringing arms by the same route.
I don't know.
With the assistance of the military, high military persons that were mentioned here.
I don't know. I'm not God.
No, I put it out to you.
I answer things I don't know.
No. You were telling us that that was not an option.
Yeah.
You couldn't get large scale arms to Suriname. I'm putting it to you that couldn't be a statement that was founded on truth, for example. Because in fact you had an established route in and out of Guyana to Suriname that was facilitated by the Surinamese revolutionaries.
I want to disagree with you to some extent. You see, the route was always there. It wasn't established to facilitate WPA. What report was it meant? And I know what he would give evidence to the Laxi, probably the electorate of blind eye. What's the reason? He would just answer that question. But I want to say, I think like I said it in my evidence in chief, the critical things from our point of view, sir, now we felt that if by chance we attempted to bring weapons to Suriname, the Suriname authorities found us, find us to develop the weapons, they will want to make a judgment whether they would risk their revolution. Okay? To facilitate us when border has a large army, when you walk over the border, they are political judgment and the reason our judgment is that being, you don't know. You don't know.
The important thing is that group was never take
But that's it, you. I'm going to behave like I'm going to use that self-serum
You say you don't
to
know.
bring it on. All right. Now, we can move on. You said that you want to acquire arms. That was the decision of the security committee. For self-defense purposes, you actually have cells spying on the PNC, spying on the House of Israel,
Yes.
etc. And you armed the leaders of the cells.
Some leaders of the cells, yes.
You agree that even in self-defense, preemptive strikes will be made.
I don't understand.
I thought you were high military commander.
I am market man.
No, but
Just explain, Mr. Williams, just explain.
Like explain, you too loaded.
that the best means of defense is offense.
Oh, yes. He's got establishing martial arts, he's got establishing war. I don't understand that. The way you put it, I think to show me the way going. I don't understand you.
And it could be just self-defense when you have people scouting what you will call the enemy. And if you want to receive information that enemy is going to direct attack on you, you would decide to deal with that attack before they could do so. Because you were armed to do that.
You want me to answer now?
Yes.
I am saying no. Our people were trained at Burnham, have overwhelming force against us. And you want us to go, bait us to go into this personal violence which he could liquidate us with a twink in the eye. So we didn't go forward.
Go too far.
So you wanted to bait us? Yes. So you wanted to bait us? Okay, I got it.
But yet you armed them
Yes.
with automatic weapons.
Yes, some of those weapons are automatic, yes, those are automatic weapons.
Do you agree since you had a need to know basis in place? You could not come for what the cell leaders would do with the weapons.
No, I could not come to do the weapons.
And in fact, it was a dangerous thing to use an armed person that who would not tell you beforehand what you're supposed to do with the weapons. You agree that?
I believe that is a risky thing, yes, that's the element of risk.
For all you know, the weapons could have been used for robberies, all kinds of things.
There's no report to police.
Crime.
There's no report of such. The police never charge any more people for robberies or crime. I mean, you have to provide because I'm clear on that. I know people who will do. They can't reproduce the past. It's not happening. You can't even evidence that there is a victim person who was charged to use government in criminal activity.
All right, if you want to make the deal with that last answer, I had it down to deal in another context, but you said that no one accused the WPA, no accusation under the WPA being involved in violent activity could be made. I think that's on page 53 of the record. Maybe on that page. The chairman said, I think we did have some early evidence though that some of the cells were involved in violent activities. Mr. Gould said, in violence? Okay, I could answer that very quickly. There is no accusation even by the state up to this stage to implicate the WPA with any violent act in that period. None whatsoever, except the burning down of the building, which they point to us for. There is no newspaper clipping, no police record, nothing that would point to the WPA that the WPA was engaged in violent activity. You said that, remember?
Yes.
Now, yes, it's not true. Your members were charged for treason.
Yes. You did charge for treason.
Who are the members charged for treason?
Hold on.
No, just answer my
You have
question.
to answer your question.
Who are the members charged for treason?
You see, I don't think all the persons charged with treason was members of the WPA. Members of supporters.
But who are the members?
I can't remember the name. I think Ivan Supram. I think Amir Mohammed. I can't remember all of them names.
General Harman?
Yes, General Brown.
Why not? He's vexed that you didn't call his name.
Mr.
COI didn't call his name.
So there's something here you can't have a quality.
You have to mark that kind of stuff. The man gets charged for shooting for you if he's not forget you. So he was a WPA man in there?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell us how the case ended like this?
But I'm going to ask you, no.
The case was
So, you're saying no accusation, but they were accused of treason.
yeah, they were accused of treason. But I can't people remember whether they were accused of WPA. You know, I'm trying to be honest and fair to the commissioners. These persons of the river were charged with treason. I can't remember if they were charged and accused of being WPA. Right? But we knew that some of them were our members. You know, I'm trying to be fair and accurate.
Well, the WPA doesn't exist in itself. The people make the WPA. So the members of the WPA are arrested for treason. Is the WPA arrested for treason? It's not an incorporated body. You agree with that? So before we are, there is no accusation. Now, my good brother, Mr. David Hines.
Sorry, before you go on, what did
Yes, you look at it. I want to show you.
No, to you, what happened with that treatment?
I asked him, he said he couldn't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I asked you what happened to the trial.
It was this is why we could remember. They were trouble striking and they were one case.
But you agree that that was an accusation.
Yeah, it was accusation.
Mr. David Hines, he was also accused
Yeah.
in terms of weapons possession.
Yeah.
He too was acquitted.
No, I think he was convicted.
Or he was convicted. Or what was he charged with? Possession of arms and ammunition. So you want to retract that statement that no accusation of thing was ever pointed to the WPA. For violent activity.
No, you see, the problem we have here, I'm not going to retract it, but when you have a violent activity, I meant you need to shoot anybody, shoot anybody, they get an assignment.
Well, Mr.
I mean, I'm just telling you what I report to.
Mr. Booth, you yourself were charged with hitting somebody in the head. A policeman took it with a brick.
But I think never happened. It never happened.
No, we deal with accusation against WPA members for violence. Alright? And you said that was a simple matter. But if you have a civil rebellion and a member of the disciplinary forces is struck by a brick that you can back or something like that, there's a little brick which closes up the light when you feel for David's name. And you say it's a simple matter. You know that? That's not a simple
I
matter.
lost a lot of what you said. You said
You told us, that the child you got was pelted in a brick. The shock of police running his head.
Yeah.
And he said it was a simple matter.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a simple matter?
That's my judgment in relationship to other charge for.
I can't change your answer. She would have said you can't change your answer. No. Ohimikuma was an allegation of violence made against him that he came out of his vehicle, which was later found to have some weapons in it, and fired at police.
That was an allegation, yes.
You're saying
Chair, I don't want to object specifically, but I think the record reflects that our understanding of the Ohio command is that he was here. So I don't think any accusation have been made to him unless it was made to him as a deceased person.
No. I'm not sure. My other friend has misread what the particular witness. And if he bears up what is being done, he will still be elected. We deal with accusations of violence on the part of the WPA members. But it was only going to show you, it's showing you that they're saying that they have no violence contemplated.
Accusations don't prove that. Only convictions,
No, so that's not true.
not allegations.
No.
Because the evidence says that accusations from charges were a feature of the time against the
I understand what you said, Mr. Chairman, but Mr. David Hines also saying that even though he was convicted, it was a trumped up charge.
Well, people accused of conviction. That's what we're trying. But
Yes.
now accusations don't carry us too far.
No, I'm using his words.
Because the WPA thesis says that that was a feature of the time, some of charges. So accusations don't take us too far.
Mr. Chairman, I'm using Mr. Gunsi's evidence.
Okay, I just thought I'd make that comment for what it's worth.
That's what I'm using.
With the evidence, very well.
He used the words accusations this morning.
Yes, at page 53.
Oh,
That's why I refer to the record.
No, that's why I was asking if it's this morning or
The
before.
25th of June, I gave his evidence in chief.
Yes, right.
I already heard this, short while ago. Now, we have to clear up some of these things because Dublin was also given circumstances in which they alleged that you also had weapons.
No, not as far as I know. Not as far as I know. The first time I hear that version.
And of course, the violence of the arson accused. The violence, the alleged violence of the arson.
Yes.
So these were accusations made against the WPN's members.
Mr. Williams, I'm very sorry, but the sense of his evidence that I have at page 53, when in answer to the chairman, he says, in violence, okay, I could answer that very quickly. There is no accusation, even by the state up to this day, to implicate the WPA with any violent act in that period. None whatsoever, except the burning down of the building, which they point to us for. There is no dispute between no police record, nothing that could point that the WPA was engaged in violent activity. This morning, you engage in say, arming these men and given the need to know basic system that is in place was a dangerous thing because they could have used these arms and ammunition to commit robbery.
I mean, that's right.
So to be in possession of arms and ammunition is an offense unless you have a permit to carry it.
Yes.
But as I understand it, they didn't use it to perpetrate violent acts.
But I don't agree with him. That's why I put in the slide cross-examination here. And in fact, you have reinforced it by when you accept the body down of the case. In other words,
So you give an exception.
he's given up, but here they were not convicted.
I guess
The accused were not convicted. But he is still putting the fact that the accusation was made to them as one that was the category he was mentioned. So they didn't have to do conviction. Yes, sir. Now, let's move now in the same context of violence. I will ask you to, I asked the record this morning from Mr. Joe Hampton's evidence that was given. Sometimes it in June, etc. But Mr. Hampton's testimony said these things. On the day of Ferdinand's death, there was a fear that WPA would overrun the Big Dam police station. My question to you is, what is your response to that? What Mr. Joe Hampton said of the
I
WPA?
think I heard it the first time he gave his evidence.
Pardon me?
I heard it the first time he gave his evidence.
Yeah, but would it not convey that certainly the House of Israel was of the opinion that you have the WPA had the capacity to retaliate violently?
I don't know. Probably that's their opinion. I don't know.
And in the case of Brigham police station, if they say you have capacity to overrun police station like Brigham police station,
They're fantasizing.
but you made a suggestion you had capacity for violence.
They're suggesting I can't do this suggestion.
Well, you suggested a lot, members have suggested a lot of things.
Yeah, so I can't report them to them. You know, they're suggesting.
Were you attributing that to who?
Mr. John Hamilton,
Hamilton.
I gave evidence.
Yeah.
And in the same way that you have been attacking the House of Israel and fixing them with things, you have fixed the WPA.
Going fast, the serious of being attacking the opposition. We never attack the opposition. The honest council.
No, but saying they broke up begins a section of
Yeah, but they not be attacking. They say we attacking the same.
No, not attacking that sense.
No, but see, just the way check it and start by this sense.
I just listen to the question. Don't anticipate every question I ask you is a trick question. It's very answer the question.
No, but you gotta put it fairly. See, you know, we have put in the question and you stop, and you're not putting the question in the next remarks. That is for sure.
All right, notwithstanding your analysis, let's move to the next. That was that the claim you would overrun the compensation. The next one was that they say that the WPA would retaliate for the breaking up of their meeting.
Question?
You have the do you agree that you say that you have the capacity to respond to their breaking up your meeting? Is that what the house is?
This is what he said.
But you agree, he's facing you with capacity to do that violently.
That's something we do.
Was that not the occasion when he was arrested? When he was arrested?
No, sir. This is the evidence by Mr. Joseph Hampton, who said he was in a hospital.
What occasion was he testifying about? Was not that in March?
No, sir. This is the day that I think they had this incident outside court. When was Rodney So you do not accept that Mr. Johansson has contended in this inquiry, that the WPA has capacity to retaliate for breaking up of the meetings by the House of Israel.
I accept that that is the perception he had. He says so. I put my thumb on the arm.
Let's move on.
I thought you were related to the breakdown for the state.
No, but that was the first one. You answered that. You know, actually in the same manner. That is, because of the death of Father Lam, Mr. Hampton said in April that they would overrun the Brigham police station. The answer,
We are expressed for this now.
yes. Mr. Hampton expressed that as a fear of the House of Israel. They only going on the evidence that was given me. And I'm asking to
Was
address
that fair related to the move of those parties that the VS and the parties, or was it related to capacity?
it. Everywhere related to.
Was this related to the move? Was this a judgment based on the move or capacity or both?
Well, that's what I'm asking. If he suggested he had the capacity to retaliate violently. That's what I asked.
And he had answered.
And he has answered that one. So I moved on to the next one, which is that they fear that the WPA will retaliate for breaking up their meetings. And there's a lot of evidence here containing that the House of Israel had broken up meetings of the WPA. And he's suggesting that you had the capacity to retaliate violently for breaking up their meetings.
His perception or his perception.
You don't agree? Do you agree with him or not?
I can't know what I'm thinking. It's hard to know what the perception
Did you agree with that the WPA had the capacity to retaliate violently?
Yes, WPA had capacity. The WPA has said before that we have had capacity. And we could have retaliated if we choose not to.
Well, okay, well, you answer the question now. You answer that question. You also complain and link your capacity for violence to the planting of 2 bombs at the House of Israel headquarters. One may come from one wing. Mr. Hamilton
Yes.
said
Yeah.
in the same regard that 2 bombs were planted in the House of Israel's headquarters.
Yeah.
One exploded, one didn't. Favored the WPA. What is your position about that?
What he said was
He favored, yes, he favored you.
okay, I'm assuming that you will be accurate. He said it's WPA. It doesn't have nothing to do with that.
But that's what we want. Your reaction.
So you get to ask someone to understand.
But again, a man who has come to this commission as a self-confessed sinner is saying on 3 separate occasions that he believed the WPA had the capacity for violence. You agree with that?
Yes. But I don't agree with the question. If this was here, I don't think he said WPA planned to bombs.
The witness, you have agreed that not only did the man say that, but that it was a fact that the double payer had the capacity, but you chose not to use it. I think that is clear, and perhaps we can move on.
Yes. Now the guns. You are sharing out guns. You are a gun dealer. You have a gun dealership.
Did the witness that he was sharing, he personally was sharing all
Yes.
this? I must have missed that. He did?
Well, not you probably missed it. I refreshed myself about 4 o'clock this morning and said, I haven't slept yet.
He was sharing.
Yes. And the man in which he did it to, the man in which he did it to, he made the ex look like too.
That's how our business are given to forgetful.
Yes, is that.
But I get it, deliver.
Yeah, evidence is that.
So I don't deny that.
Yes, you have said that you distributed weapons to the cell leaders. My question to you is,
I use physical delivery.
my question to you is, you said you would have caused some to be delivered, but you delivered some personally.
I never said so. Never said so. Check the record.
Yes, well, what I want to ask you is, the guns that you yourselves, that was, you also answered already that you distributed guns to your cell leaders.
But he now disputed that.
Well, you need to let the record show that he's disputing it now. You changed it from that.
Changing what?
That you distributed weapons to the cell leaders.
You see, I qualify what I meant. I meant I caused it to deliver, but I physically delivered it.
You can go to page 63 of the examination in chief.
Yes.
Occurs everywhere,
I was going to point you to that.
right? Page 63.
You said here, Mr. Gunsley, and for the commission's sake, I have to highlight it. You said this. I would have decided, if I was told a weapon was available, I would have decided what cell leader I thought should have possession of that weapon. I would have instructed the method and asked him to appear at a certain place and collect. He could not have said I gave him anything. Those were the matters we dealt with, very delicate and serious matters.
The of your suggestion that he personally delivered that.
But he's
He
saying,
said he would determine an methodology. But nobody could say that he delivered anything. These were serious and delicate matters.
no, I understood that to mean that even though he delivered, his methodology would have insulated him against any accusation.
No, I never really
And just that man in which he would have distributed it, having cleared the path for distribution. That's my understanding. And so you wouldn't hand it out in front of the entire set. You would isolate the cell leader, make contact with him when the post is clear, and I believe that when at least cell leader, I don't know who else he could be given weapons to distribute.
You're very wrong.
You article say you're the awful man Josh. You were I said open and I said.
Counsel, let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something.
No, I don't like that. Just answer my question. Just answer my question. Yes, just answer my question.
But he's challenging the premise, and which the question is this. That's the important thing.
So once the answer then move on.
But I don't know if you can take the put the premise there and be nice, and the evidence is
Okay.
necessary.
All right, I will rephrase now. You presided over the decision you presided over the decision as to who got weapons or not. Let's say you.
Yes, excellent.
Good. Now I'm asking you, you didn't have a bandera, ship license or anything like that.
Of course not.
And the celliers would not have had license to carry those weapons you give them.
Of course not.
And you still want to white WPA activists for being arrested and such, so the whole such.
What? You see, you got a confidentially lawsuit. I think you're cheap, I'm just trying to follow you. You got a way of asking and I give it to you. Just so
I think I should just listen to my question without trying to analyze it, and the
But I
second.
got the right to analyze it. I can't answer the why I understand. Let's be right.
I will repeat myself whenever you want me to.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you,
There's something out in the mix of things. And it's what?
well, he has a point. I don't know why we have to say because if I want to say if they have a right against you.
That will make what you guys say.
Testing.
Just let my professional advice. Yes, you hear me now? Yes. I'm saying because of that operation that you were at the head of, you ought not to be surprised, one, that you were engaging the attention of the discipline forces or the security forces. Answer that first.
I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised. I never expressed surprise at any part of the evidence.
Good, so you're saying that the attention they paid to you could be justified
Yes.
because you cannot know whether they in fact had intelligence on their activities, but it's just as you said, the whole say they catch you when you weapon and everything.
When he's answering the question, he said, I was not surprised that I attracted the attention to yours.
Good. Mr. Chairman, you are in that state, as they say, barbarous of our country. You're in that state, as they describe it in Barbados, where you live, and where I studied for 2 years. You sharp like a razor blade, sir.
No, I'm trying to follow very carefully.
Yes.
But he didn't answer it.
Doesn't say the answer, but I thought you were saying you know. Yes. And your other members too. The searches of their homes, etc., the periodic searches, could be because the intelligence, the security forces had intelligence that the WPA had these weapons in circulation, and they couldn't put their hands on it, but they have to make attempts to do so. You agree with that?
I would say it's fear. Well, it was fear in the middle part of the rebellion, but not fear in the important part of the rebellion when we have no weapons. So I would say yes, I think in the middle part of the rebellion. The mayor appeals to.
What's the spectacular of what you're talking about? We'll call it the middle part of the rebellion.
You know, I would say the first month and a half.
From 1 year.
The fire was, let me use the fire reference. Here, I have not my finger up to God for this sometimes. Let me use the fire as a reference. Let me say 6 weeks of the fire, we use as a midpoint, because as I said, the rebellion last, the civil rebellion last for 3 months, 17 days, so it's the first 6 weeks. I will accept that.
I think the file was on the 11th of July, election, 11th of July, 1979.
So we are talking about, he's talking about
You're saying that the first 6 months, it was
6 weeks.
It's fair for the police to
It's a history. I would say it's fair because in the first, when we took the decision, it took a time before acquiring weapons. It was time. And you can carry on all
So what we're trying to find out from you is that the searches were justified in the first 6 weeks or after the first 6 weeks?
after.
And the first 6 weeks would take us to the end of August.
I'm not sure what the witness is doing. I'm taking him on his evidence. So you hear the evidence now?
I'm not hearing the evidence and qualified evidence probably. I don't know. It's really large people. I really don't know. I just tell you what I'm trying to be helpful.
But let me ask you, why was it not fair after? You're saying that it was fair in the first 6 weeks after. After the first 6 weeks, it was fair.
Yes, it's correct. Not to be here.
However, Mr. Ugonsi, what is very clear is that you were operating outside of the law.
Yes, as far as that's concerned, yes.
Now your party security committee, Dr. Rani, Dr. Lutheran, yourself, did you inform the executive committee have known of your existence?
As I said very clear, we were a subcommittee, the executive.
Why you don't believe in a yes or no, so we can move on?
No, but the answer we know the name.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. And on that executive for the meeting, Mr. Yusuf Koyan,
Yes.
are you aware, you have used it because you were sitting here on it. Are you aware when he testified that he said he had no knowledge of the WPF firing arms?
Except in 2 incidents a year when he hear with arms, hear about arms. Yes, he did say so.
Was he included in the legion? No?
No, he wasn't included in the reason. I don't think he even wanted to.
So there's a difference, you know. You're not saying Victoria and Nelson side to the fact that you're accumulating arms.
To my best knowledge, I don't think he knew that we were accumulating arms.
Okay, so you kept that away from him. Huh?
You can say so, if you can say so.
But not from the rest of the committee.
Which committee?
The executive committee.
Also, the rest of the executive committee.
Okay. Now, you want to license for an board.
No, I'm still not.
You have any records for yourself?
Hmm?
You kept one for yourself, I saw distributed to the
No, I
outside.
have no need to. I don't have the need to. No.
And do you know the fate of those weapons? Where they are now?
No.
No, the civil rebellion. You said to us if the 5 leaders weren't arrested, there would be no civil rebellion. I want to put some comments from the leadership and other people at the time. David Hines, the PPP march on the Light Broad Day, published in Standard News, November 11, 2011. I'm going to distribute this subsequently.
What plans are you proposing to distribute?
Some quotations from various members of the WP. And perhaps one other prominent political issue from the PPP at the time about the civil rebellion.
Take it as the relevant term.
Yes.
Mr. Williams, why you keep reading that to us? You read it and then you distribute it afterwards. Share it with us generously first.
No, because it depends on when I got it. I got it overnight. I got it around 4 o'clock.
Okay, Mr. Williams. As I declared earlier, I wasn't there. So.
Yes. But I'm trying to.
The document, where headed, what's the date of it?
Pardon, sir?
Is there edit for the document, is the date?
Yes, please. This is the David Hines comment on the statement on the civil rebellion. Was published in the Standard News of November 11, 2011. Under the caption, the PPP march in the Light Running. I read in quotations. In 1979, when Rodney was leading a civil rebellion, the streets of Ghana, the PPP described its activism as adventurism. So he's saying, in 1979, Rodney was leading a civil rebellion.
Yeah, but you read it after the fact. I explained to this commission that after the fact, you could not find no speech where the WPA person said, we're leading a civil rebellion, this is the civil rebellion. The title was given by our historians and people want to find other places in history given us that.
All right, but there's no evidence here that says it didn't come before ab initio.
Well, you may have to produce that, sir.
No, but his own evidence, sir,
But his evidence
is that it was ab initio in that the arrested day, ab initio meaning in the beginning to the listening public.
Yes, so for me, and I understand, no, I was thinking.
But for the arrest, for the arson of the WPA members, they would not have had a civil rebellion. See, he's suggesting to us that the civil rebellion started consciously because of the arrest of the WPA fight for arson.
what I'm understanding him to say is that the time that has come to bear civil rebellion was a time that was given to the resistance after, never before, but ex post facto, to use another Latin time, meaning after the event.
Sir, I understood that, what you said. But as I said, Mr. Chairman, you will know as a defense counsel, you don't have to accept all what you say in advance, otherwise there will be no more political counsel. It would be like a Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, but yes, I agree, but you failed to say, put into him something that he did not say.
No, I'm trying to contradict what you say.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to.
Make that explicit.
Yes, so Mr. Hunt is saying that. But none of the top PPP leaders attended. They stayed far away from Rodney. The only PPP leader who spoke at those meetings was Moses Namamutu. You know of that statement by your brother, your hands.
I don't know about the statement. I could testify that Moses was the most prominent, and the reason why he was most prominent, the other PPP members were timid in the election capacity of the WPA platform, and he was probably one of the few brave ones. They didn't want to be on the platform, they consider the intellectual giants.
Now, Wazir Mohammed, a reflection about Rodney's continued relevance 27 years after his assassination again on June 13, 1980. And this was on June 13, 2007. This statement. At the end of 1979, I quote, I left the PPP to join forces with Rodney and to work with People's Alliance and became one of the young full-time activists in the civil rebellion movement.
Yes.
So he knew the civil rebellion was going on.
But he's speaking about something that happened after his brother is writing years after he
No. He said he left the PPP to join the civil rebellion. The point then, if he's saying is ex post facto, what they understood to be then, that he would leave the PPP to join.
To join the resistance activity that was going on.
And
what we wanted
to join the rebellion.
Yes, this was a very peaceful rebellion.
And Rupert Buckner himself, WPA foresees no risk in PNC guidelines made in 1914. In fact, as of right day, recently, he gave us this reassurance.
What year is that?
Made in 1914. He said the political environment of that time will be examined. This includes the civil rebellion period, which culminated in June 1980 with the assassination of Dr. Rodney. So everyone is talking about the civil rebellion. And so could you tell me at what point, at what stage, you got together as WP and turned what you were doing civil rebellion?
No, we didn't got together toward nothing. The usage just developed months and probably after the fact. Remember, I'm not denying the phenomenon, I'm saying that if you were to ask the special branch to produce speeches in WPA, and you should ask them, you will never hear WPA person the time say, civil rebellion.
Moses Bakwan, being injured in Guyana, the challenges, August 12, 2006.
When?
August 12, 2006. But score one for the black people. Thousands stood up against the PNC regime, and during the civil rebellion, the three leaders assassinated were all Africans. I am putting it to you that the WP had made a conscious decision to have a civil rebellion in the beginning. And after making that decision, they acted in furtherance of that rebellion.
Alright, that's two different questions, and you know how.
Yes, that's
we have to
the first one.
separate it.
Yeah, we put the force on. That's the answer.
WPA made a conscious decision in engaging a citizen.
No, because the building, when they didn't born, we didn't even know who born the building. We don't know, all we find our leaders being placed before the court. And we didn't have a public, we didn't mobilize the body, what is kind of thing? Yes, and this phenomenon just manifests. Just political people, we don't like it. And we decided that this is, that we could use it.
Mr. Ogunse, your political leaders at the time were the intellectual elite.
I was very
They, as you said, the professor said yesterday, were influenced by the world movement and all those things, the concepts in the 60s, etc. They knew of rebellion. They knew of the Marxist theory of rebellion.
I also help you. I also.
I'm sorry,
You want me to
Mr.
break it
Chairman, if you may permit me.
You
The
want me to break it
first question and suggestion was that your political leaders were the intellectual elite, and you didn't answer that one.
I don't like this topic, but I'm a little bit. You said it actually.
You challenging that?
What's name, Belgrade or not?
Yes, I agree.
And what were the other things?
Yes, they were spawned by times. The turbulent 60s, the New World Movement.
Yeah, but the New World Movement did not advocate any civil rebellion on the well.
No, sir. The Marxist theory of revolution. They said they were a Marxist party. C.L.R. James's influence. So the Commission was going to break it down one by one. We are real out Commission.
The Marxist theory is CLRJ.
Yes.
What's the question?
Your leaders, therefore, understood the theory, Marxist theory of revolution and revolutionary change. Of course. Further, they were also aware, and some of them even were involved in Grenada, in terms of the Grenada Revolution.
I'm here to
They were aware also of the rudiments of the Grenada Revolution.
I don't know.
By the time they came and they met up with you.
I don't know.
Further, they knew of the Surinamese revolution, if you call it like that. You do that?
It's just a news, like why you start not revolution.
Well, let me say this now. Michael respectfully report commissioners to the Walter Rodney and the Answer of Power, by Dr. Ryan, page 2, at the end of the first column to the top of the second of the adjoining one. Yes. In Suriname, the action by a group of non-commissioned officers was triggered by the persistence of unresolved institutional grievances. They deposed the elected government, seized power, and proclaimed a revolutionary government. No revolutionary upsurge of the masses there. There were no unimportant lessons. This here is in the publication of Dr. Rudolph. In neighboring Suriname, the change was not via any revolutionary upsurge.
You asked me to answer.
That they were all armed with that.
I wasn't I don't know.
But I'm saying to you, they never had discussions if you are the co-leader.
I would never call it politics.
Your leader,
Yes, I would consider leader.
or the leader of the executive committee.
Member of the executive committee. Member of the executive.
Alright. So the point I'm making to you is that they understood the marching theory.
Yes.
They understood the change that occurred in Grenada and occurred in Suriname. So that when they came together and they decided they were going to confront the Ghanaian government, they could properly determine what they were going to do.
It's a pull. I don't know.
I put it back to you,
Put to me, but my answer to you.
that they were equipped from the beginning to name their operation to overthrow the government a civil rebellion. I put it back to you.
I disagree.
It's raining outside is a disagreement. If I tell you the sun is shining and you say it's raining outside, that's a
You
disagreement.
see, you learn the Queen's language. I'm very poor. I feel like
That is the actually give us
I'm very poor with the language, the Queen's language. So I will fight you over that.
You've already answered Mr. Gunn.
And let me give you an opinion of Mr. Ratran. I say that, let me ask this last question. It seems like this might have to show. Mr. Ratran said this, Ratran, remember what to at least have June 16, 2013. However, after intensive discussions, the WPA revised its position on the future role of the PNC.
On the
Future role of the PNC. By the beginning of 1979, when what the WPA called, and I quote, the civil rebellion, end of quote, started.
Was that the word call or called?
Called.
Called.
The, in parenthesis now, civil rebellion.
Thank you.
But that is export.
But how is speaking it's like a present continuous, in a present continuous sense that you can't believe on what Mr. Ramkwan is saying here. That it was exposed.
When is he writing?
This is a publication in 1930, but he lived that era. Mr. Ramkwan was in that era. Mr. Ramkwan was the former speaker of this National Assembly and a leading member of the PPP and government. He has parted company with them, but he's a prolific writer and critique of the government. And the money which he's speaking here suggests that the title what they were going to embark upon is civil rebellion. And I come in here because I know the commissioners have to catch a plane. I wish you well that the strike will not